Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has come under fire in Parliament over his decision to cancel a meeting with the Greek Prime Minister, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, yesterday. The decision comes amid growing debate over the ownership of the Elgin Marbles, a collection of ancient Greek sculptures which are controversially held in the British Museum despite Greece's protests. Labour leader Keir Starmer called out Sunak for the snub during Prime Minister's questions.
In an effort to hide from his failures, the Prime Minister spent this week arguing about an ancient relic that only a tiny minority of the British public have any interest in. Mr. Speaker, that's enough about the Tory party. Mr. Speaker, never mind the British Museum, it's the Prime Minister who's obviously lost his marbles. Mr. Speaker, the Greek Prime Minister came to London to meet him, a fellow NATO member, an economic ally, one of our most important partners in tackling illegal immigration. But instead of using that meeting to discuss those serious issues, he tried to humiliate him and cancelled at the last minute. Why such small politics, Prime Minister?
Of course, we're always happy to discuss important topics of substance with our allies, like tackling illegal migration or indeed strengthening our security. But when it was clear that the purpose of a meeting was not to discuss substantive issues for the future, but rather to grandstand and relitigate issues of the past, it wasn't appropriate. But furthermore, when specific commitments and specific assurances on that topic were made to this country and then were broken, it may seem alien to him, but my view is when people make commitments, they should keep them.
Greece's First Minister, Kyriakos Kyriakos, commented on the ongoing controversy around the ancient artefacts in Brussels today, emphasising the just and historical claim Greece has over its history.
What I have to say is that the reunification of the Parthenon sculptures is a claim which is based not only on history, not only on justice, but also it's a claim of ecumenical cultural values. Irrespective of this, it is my understanding that we need to work on a bilateral basis with the United Kingdom, and we're going to serve this purpose in the future in order to deepen this long-standing history we have, the two nations.
Following the news that Sunak had cancelled his meeting with the Greek PM, Kyriakos Mitsotakis refused an alternative meeting with Deputy PM Oliver Dowden, telling reporters that he was deeply disappointed by the abrupt cancellation. Yesterday, GBNews spoke with Shadow Secretary of State for Culture, Thangam Debonair, to get her view on the situation.
What happened yesterday, in my view, wasn't really about sculptures at all. It was Rishi Sunak really being quite rude to a Prime Minister of an ally country when he should be and could have been talking about the economy or security or climate change,
or migration,
the war in the Middle East, or I was going to come to that, what better country could he talk to about how to deal with small boats than a country that's had to deal with a large number of small boats? He had an opportunity. It was in his diary, and he cancelled it as well, just at the last minute. I think that contrasts sharply with the man who I hope will be Prime Minister after the general election, Sir Keir Starmer, who met with the Greek Prime Minister yesterday, had a really good, lengthy, constructive discussion on the economy, on small boats, on migration, any number of topics.
With pressure mounting on all sides, it remains to be seen whether Rishi Sunak will stand strong or whether the latest controversy could leave him in ruins.